Sit back and throw one back with your pinkies in the air and a middle finger to the world. And join me, the eclectic gentleman Stephen Watts, as we look back on this day in professional wrestling history. But before we do, put that drink down, like, share, and subscribe, and give us a big old thumbs up. And now, without further ado, let's look back on this day in pro wrestling history. Woo! It is January 17th, and we're going to start off like we always do, on a positive note. It's time for your pro wrestling birthdays. 1942, Cassius Clay, a.k.a. Muhammad Ali. And yes, I know he wasn't a wrestler, but it's my list, it's my show, so he's on. For crud's sake, the man was the greatest of all time. 1977, Kevin Fertig, a.k.a. Kevin Thorne, a.k.a. Mordecai, a.k.a. I don't know what else. 1984, Samuel Shaw. 1985, Mark Briscoe. And sadly, on the flip side of that coin, your pro wrestling deaths for January 17th. 2016, Iron Mike Sharpe. Alright, it's time to get down to the meat and potatoes and see what went down this day in pro wrestling history. 1971, Jack Briscoe won and lost a title in the same match in Tampa, Florida. How, you ask? Well, Briscoe, the NWA Florida Television Champion, faced Tarzan Tyler, the NWA Florida Heavyweight Champion, in a 2 out of 3 falls match. The rules for the match stipulated that the television title was on the line in only the first pinfall, while the heavyweight title would go on to be the winner of the match. Tyler pinned Briscoe in the first fall to win the television title. However, Briscoe won the second and third falls to win the match and claim the heavyweight title. So both men went into the match with a belt and left with a belt. Just a different title in hand. 1974, Lord Alfred Hayes and Roger Kirby defeat Jim Brunzell and Mike George to win the NWA Central States Tag Team titles. 1975, Porkchop Cash and Special Delivery Jones defeat the Hollywood Blondes, Jerry Brown and Buddy Roberts, to win the NWA America's Heavyweight title in Los Angeles, California. 1976, Superstar Billy Graham and Ivan Koloff defeat Gorilla Monsoon and WWF World Heavyweight Champion Bruno Sammartino when Koloff pins Sammartino. January 17th is not a good day for Bruno Sammartino. 1977, Ken Patera defeats WWF World Heavyweight Champion Bruno Sammartino by countout. Also in 1977, the Hollywood Blondes, Jerry Brown and Buddy Roberts, defeat Dino Bravo and Tim Woods to win the NWA Mid-Atlantic Tag Team titles in Greenville, South Carolina. 1980, Tiger Jet Singh defeats El Canek for the UWA World Heavyweight title in Mexico City, Mexico. Also in 1980, and on his birthday no or less, Mike Sharpe defeats Mike George to win the NWA Mississippi Heavyweight title. 1981, Jimmy Valiant wins the AWA Southern Heavyweight title by defeating Hector Guerrero. 1982, the WWF holds an event at the Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, Ontario. In the main event, Angelo Mosco defeated Toronto NWA Canadian Heavyweight Champion Big John Studd in a steel cage match to win the title. That's right, an NWA title changing hands at a WWF event. The WWF had not seceded from the NWA at this point. Also in 1982, Tommy Rich defeats the Masked Superstar for the NWA National Heavyweight title in Atlanta, Georgia. 1984, Mal Sanders wins the European Middleweight title, defeating Keith Hayward. 1987, Zandukin defeats Viano 1 to win the UWA World Light Heavyweight title. 1991, Big Van Vader defeats Tutsami Fujinami for the IWGP World Heavyweight title in Yokohama, Japan. 1992, at a house show in Springfield, Massachusetts, the Mountie defeats Bret Hart for the WWF Intercontinental title. The storyline reason for Hart's loss was that he had a high fever, but it actually took place due to contract negotiations. After the match, the Mountie attacked Hart with the belt before Rowdy Piper made the save. 1994, the WWF holds a house show at Madison Square Garden. At this show, the Quebecers, Jacques and Pierre, defeat WWF Tag Team Champions the 1-2-3 Kid and Marty Jannetty for the titles. Those were your pro wrestling history highlights. I'm the eclectic gentleman, Stephen Watts, and I'll see you tomorrow.